in high definition. This is 41 NBC News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for 41 NBC News at 11. I'm Ariel. Tucker Sargent has the night off. Our top story tonight at 11, a man is dead after being shot in a North Macon apartment complex last night. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says deputies responded to the Park at Northside Apartments on Northside Drive just before 11 o'clock. That's where they found 34-year-old Glenn Stevens in the parking lot. Deputies say he died at Atrium Health Navicent. New tonight at 11, there's feeling like $1 million and then there's receiving $1 million. The Houston County Habitat for Humanity recently received $1 million donation from an unlikely source. I spoke with the executive director about who gave them the donation and how it will help their mission. Houston County Habitat for Humanity can now help more families gain access to affordable housing thanks to author and philanthropist Mackenzie Scott. Scott also has a 4% stake in Amazon following a divorce from founder Jeff Bezos. Houston Habitat's executive director Bill Goggins says the $1 million they received is part of a bigger donation.
They gave $436 million to Habitat International and its affiliates, 84 affiliates. So we were one of the affiliates chosen, and $1 million is $1 million, so we're really excited.
Goggins says they plan to build at least 12 homes from the donation.
Lives transformed and a lot of people helped, and housing's a big issue right now with affordability, so we're happy to be able to help more people.
Angela Whitfield is a single mother of 7. She's worked at Amazon for the last year and is currently in the process of getting her own home through Houston County Habitat.
We don't have to worry about no one kicking us out of our home. We don't have to worry about being put out our home.
Whitfield was kicked out of the home she lived in with her ex-husband, so she moved in with her mom for a while and then got an apartment. Unfortunately, it's not big enough for her family, but thanks to Habitat, she'll soon be the owner of a 6-bedroom house.
I would say I'm very happy and thankful to Habitat. I am, because it's going to help me a lot as a single mother.
Goggins says he's thankful for the donation from Scott. The money will ultimately help them with their mission.
You don't get donations like that every day, and I can promise you it'll be put to good use, and we'll continue doing what we do.
The fact that Houston Habitat will help more families like Whitfield's is not lost on her.
It's a lot more people like me that need help, and I'm thankful for the donation that they'll be able to help more people, that's like me, and that really truly need help.
If you're interested in volunteering for Houston County Habitat for Humanity, head to their website, hocohabitat.org. In other local news, 3rd grade students at Midway Hills Academy in Milledgeville are getting a head start in learning a second language. Several Georgia College students are reading to 3rd graders in Spanish. This is all part of a language service learning course. College students come up with a lesson plan and they immerse students into the language. Every Thursday, one college student tells us he wanted to introduce his love for new languages to others.
I never had language until high school, and just for like a learning aspect and an appreciation aspect, being able to learn it earlier allows for better learning and more appreciation at a younger age, being immersed in it.
Very cool. The Georgia College students also teach 2- and 3-year-olds on Saturdays at the Mary Vincent Memorial Library in Milledgeville. A Macon Central High School student is named Georgia State Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year. Aaliyah Simmons has been a member of the Murphy Felton Tyndall Club for over a decade. She first won the Boys and Girls Clubs of Central Georgia Youth of the Year. Now she will represent the state of Georgia at the Southeast Regional Youth of the Year competition in June. Plus, she gets a $5,000 scholarship. The honor recognizes teen character and leadership. Atrium Health Navicent is making a change to its mask policy for certain buildings. Starting on Wednesday, March 30th, mask wearing is optional for non-clinical spaces. This includes the Navicent Wellness Center, Human Resources, the Peyton Anderson Education Center, and the business offices. Surgical masks are still required for all workers and visitors in buildings where patient care is taking place. Atrium says the change comes as local COVID-19 cases decrease. It's a documentary 100 years in the making. The Douglas Theater premiered the film Mr. Douglas's Theater, which was made as part of their 100th anniversary celebration. The theater held a reception for crew and castmates before going into the screening of the documentary. The documentary encapsulates the life of Charles Henry Douglas, who was not only the founder of the theater, but also Macon's first black millionaire. We spoke with the theater's director about why the film is important for people to see.
Part of our goal for the 100th year and beyond was to bring more awareness to Mr. Douglas. So we thought this would be a great event in order to do that.
And you still have 2 chances to see the documentary tomorrow. There's a show at 2 p.m. and another at 7 p.m. You can purchase tickets online from the Douglas Theater's website or call the theater. Also happening tomorrow, the 52nd annual Friends of the Library Spring Book Sale. The sale includes thousands of new and used books, and there are plenty of genres and titles to choose from. Organizers say you can get a great deal, and the proceeds raised go to more than just books.
But it also goes towards programming, like children's reading programs and summer reading and story time and that kind of thing. So we have over 75 categories, thousands of books, and most of them are priced between 50 cents and $2 or $3.
The book sale is at River Street Corner Center on Riverside Drive. It's open tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Books will be half price starting at noon. And speaking of books, the Middle Georgia Regional Library held a ribbon cutting for a new library. This is the Library Without Walls, or WOW vehicle. It helps expand library services in Baldwin, Crawford, Jones, Macon, Twiggs, and Wilkinson counties. Excuse me. The Friends of the Mary Vinson Memorial Library also donated a book bike to provide library services to underserved rural communities. To learn more about Library WOW, visit biblib.org or call 478-744-0800. Now to the latest on the war in Ukraine. It's now been 1 month since Russia launched an attack. Innocent civilians have been killed and cities and towns have been destroyed. At the moment, there is no end in sight to the violence, and new images we are seeing grow increasingly disturbing. Meredith Wood has the latest.
Bodies strewn across a mall parking lot in Kharkiv, Ukraine, the victims of a Russian missile strike. Innocent civilians slaughtered while waiting in line for humanitarian aid outside of a post office. With more than 1,000 civilians now killed in Ukraine, President Biden is sending a new warning if Russia unleashes a chemical weapons attack.
We would respond. We would respond if he uses it. The nature of the response would depend on the nature of the use.
Now, as the world witnesses the fastest displacement crisis since World War II, the United States is vowing to take in 100,000 Ukrainian refugees fleeing Russian aggression.
You see children without parents that are in those camps or in refugees. You see women and husbands, men and women who are completely lost and have no nose. You see the look, that blank look on their face, that absolute feeling of, my God, where am I? What's going to happen to me?
It's the start of the war a month ago. Out of every boy and girl in the country, one out of two now has had to flee their homes. It's a number, it's a situation we've not seen before, not in living memory, you know, and it's almost impossible to deal with.
I'm Meredith Wood reporting.
Still ahead on 41 NBC News at 11. After being postponed on Wednesday due to weather, some cherry blossom events were held today, including Founders Day. And Mercer held a first-of-its-kind fundraiser to help women in Rwanda. We'll take you there after the break. And the FPD Vikings took on the Howard Huskies in some midweek high school baseball action. Arshaz Pirani will have highlights later in sports.
This is 41 NBC News at 11.
The 40th Cherry Blossom Festival festivities were back in full swing today after the weather postponed the event Wednesday. The Founders Day event kicked off with a cake cutting at 3rd Street Park in downtown Macon. People in attendance enjoyed pink donuts, ice cream, cupcakes, and Coke products. And of course, the Cherry Blossom Board took to the dance floor to celebrate. The festival founder, Carolyn Creighton, also shared what today means to her.
Mr. Fickling gave us all these wonderful cherry trees to give away, and it has just been such a joy to enjoy the beauty of them, but to enjoy the love and friendship that it's created.
If you couldn't make it out to Founders Day, there are still plenty of events to enjoy. The festival runs through Sunday. And the Mentors Project held its Cherry Blossom Tea and Hat competition today at the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame. Students could show off their cherry blossom themed hats. Even Cherry the Pink Poodle got in on the fun. The executive director of the Mentors Project says she's excited for the festival turnout.
People are so happy to be out and about that they're going to be record numbers at the festival this year. It's a beautiful day today, the rain went away, and everybody wants to run and play and wear pink.
This is the second year for the Cherry Blossom Tea, and you can call 478-765-8624 if you'd like to volunteer with the Mentors Project. And don't forget, if you missed the Cherry Blossom Festival Parade or want to see it again, you can. Enjoy all the marching bands, floats, and festival royalty from the comfort of your own home, as the parade airs on 41 NBC tomorrow and Saturday at 7 p.m. It will also air Saturday and Sunday morning at 10 a.m. on Bounce TV Macon. Now it's time to get a look at our weather. Here's 41 NBC AccuWeather Chief Meteorologist Cecilia Reeves. Cecilia, hopefully the rest of the weather forecast for the week is good for the rest of Cherry Blossom Festival. Welcome back. With it being March, it seemed fitting for Agassiro at Mercer to host a March Madness themed fundraising event. Agassiro is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to empower seamstresses in Rwanda by establishing new market for its handmade bags. Tonight's fundraiser was the first one hosted by Agassiro at Mercer. The event included several carnival-type games, competitions for gift cards, food, and drinks. There was also an area for attendees to watch tonight's March Madness games. Emma Drash, project manager for Agassiro at Mercer, spoke about how the idea came about.
This was started through the Mercer on Mission to Rwanda trips, and so on those mission trips, the business school students go to Rwanda and they teach women about entrepreneurial ideas and they make their businesses in Rwanda more sustainable, but you can only do so much during a few weeks over the summer, so we wanted to make this more sustainable for the ladies year-round. And so there's a group of women that wanted to take their brand worldwide, so they make handmade bags. And they want to establish new markets for those bags and sell them in America. So we're the marketing team for these Rwandan seamstresses.
The money raised today will help the team create more advanced inventory systems as they receive shipments of 1,000 bags this summer. Profits from the bags go back to the women in Rwanda. And now it's time to look at sports with 41 NBC's Shaz Pirani. Shaz?